Join ScreenRant as we crack open 5 of the biggest Star Wars Easter eggs from Episode 7's buried treasures. Let's start with the most obvious Star Wars reference hidden across Episode 7. We're gonna be in so much trouble. From the moment Jod draws his blue lightsaber to the very last scenes of Episode 7, Skeleton Crew is clearly drawing a parallel with Anakin's infamous Jedi Temple Order 66 massacre, and just like Anakin back in Revenge of the Sith, whether Jod will redeem himself or fall to the dark side remains to be seen. The final scenes even occur in the closest thing at Aten has to a sacred temple, one of the Republic Mint's hidden underground vaults.
1,139.
Seriously, that number cannot be a coincidence. 6 years before the first Star Wars movie hit theaters, George Lucas released the first film he directed, THX-1138, just one short of 1139. And if you think that's a stretch, THX-1138 is actually about a dystopian society that's being controlled by robotic police, not unlike what's going on in Aten. In fact, this could be a clue that the finale will reveal sinister secrets about the Republic Mint planet. Speaking of which, Aten's satellites look really familiar. As many viewers have pointed out, THX-1138 and Aten's defensive grids look very similar to Emperor Palpatine's Operation Cinder, which he used to terrorize and dominate entire populations. Given the massive resources and secrecy behind the jewel planets, it's possible that Aten's defenses were once part of Operation Cinder, but were recalibrated to serve the Republic. The show's main ship is even notably called the Onyx Cinder. Speaking of which, there's another not-so-hidden Easter egg among the pirate ships. If the pirate snub fighters looked familiar, that's because they first appeared in The Mandalorian Season 3. Finally, Vane isn't the only Mandalorian Easter egg in Star Wars Skeleton Crew. More importantly, these Mando references also highlight how Skeleton Crew is unique among the modern Star Wars series. While Skeleton Crew clearly makes connections to the other shows, you don't need to have seen any of them to enjoy this one. And this brings us to the last big Episode 7 Star Wars Easter egg. Like Darth Vader, we only hear his voice filtered through a machine. The THX-1138 reference in Episode 7 also suggests that the Supervisor isn't what he seems, and this is further supported by the Supervisor's disembodied voice and tower evoking the Wizard of Oz, who himself gave out major Sith vibes. On the other hand, Captain Tak Renaud may have acquired his blue lightsaber from the Supervisor, which would make them a Jedi. After all, it's a trend among modern Star Wars shows to subvert viewers' ideas about the Jedi Order. There's also the fact that the Supervisor was voiced by the beloved Stephen Fry, who'd make a perfect gray Jedi. But what do you think? What could these Easter eggs truly mean for the Skeleton Crew finale? Tell us in the comments and keep watching ScreenRant.